The first challenge that most businesses face from a privacy point of view is actually understanding how much of a risk they're holding within their data. Most industries have spent 15, 20 years customizing an SAP environment, making it correct for their business process, with no consideration as to how much data they're then proliferating into additional tables. So actually then understanding and mapping that data is quite a large challenge, especially because the people that built them have likely retired, moved on, and gone through natural attrition. So it does create quite a large business challenge. And to be able to build your business case for an investment in a privacy solution, you first need to know how much risk you are mitigating to be able to follow it through. So to help with that, Epies Labs have utilised our data model mapping that we've been using for the last 20 years to manage SAP data to build a discovery program. Now, unlike some of the other competitors on the market, Epies Labs are utilising the SAP domain knowledge that we've built to understand the data dictionary within your system. And we're able to complete a key search of the data elements within that environment based on the list of PII data items that we've already identified. The output list is then validated against whether the data is actually populated, because of course, just because it's in the system doesn't mean you've actually populated it. And we'll then go through a workshop and detailed analysis process with one of our professional services consultants, where we will analyze and understand how we can integrate that data back to a data subject for a customer, a vendor, or an employee, but also understand what values are maintained and map out that PII challenge for your SAP system. We collect all that information into a single document that has both the business functional requirements from the workshops as to what retention periods you would like and how data should be affected based on those retention periods. So whether it should be cleared or transformed to a new value. And the same for non-production. For a system copy that you're going to use for testing, you need to have the real data from production to improve your DevOps process. But you can't have the real data because that is a PII risk, and you would have to have informed and explicit consent from every data subject in your environment to use that data as testing, and no company has entered those clauses into a contract so far to be able to say they're ready. So with that documentation, you have the business requirements of how data should be transformed, and then also the technical specification of exactly which tables and fields grouped according to data type to be able to understand where the names, where the telephone numbers, where the bank details exist within the environment. Additionally, we now have an enhanced discovery working with one of our strategic partners, Ceridian. They offer GRC solutions as an alternative to SAP GRC. They have pre-delivered rule sets that are able to analyze your segregation of duties risk. They also have specific rule sets to review your access to privacy data to be able to understand who can actually see sensitive data within your SAP system. We also have queries to be able to understand where there's cross-legal jurisdictional access. So where somebody from the US is able to access European employee data or vice versa. Through that analysis, we're able to provide a clear risk assessment of both the access to sensitive data and where that data is within your environment. Both of these options come as a license free. There is no license cost up front. There is some professional services cost for around about 1.5 to 2 weeks elapsed time. So in a very short turnaround period, we're able to provide you this documentation, which we've seen from some of our clients is being used as audit evidence and passed through to their auditors to be able to help them understand your data model and how you're compliant to the laws. So the data discovery and enhanced data discovery are available from your account executives, and we would be happy to discuss them with you. As well as the output of the document, we will also then give you a fixed price, fixed scope implementation cost if you were to choose Epies Labs as your privacy partner to be able to manage that data moving forward.